Quick moment of silence. Most of you probably are aware. Cecily Pregel, unfortunate event. Her mother passed away this past weekend. Just right at the door. Unfortunate, as always. Somebody dear and near to your heart, to their family's heart. It's a loss to the community, elder in our community. So we'll do a moment of silence before the sirens get here. Now, could I get the two face-off for the ceremony? Face-off, dude. Right here. Face-off guy, face-off. Ladies and gentlemen.
Tonight we have the Allegany Arrows versus the Tonawanda Braves. The starting lineup for the Allegany Arrows: 93, Chase Martin.
A good evening and welcome here to Logan Field on the Tonawanda Nation, as it is time for some playoff lacrosse as we are underway here from Logan Field. It is the number 2 seeded 14-6 Tonawanda Braves taking on the number 3 seeded 12-8 Allegany Arrows. Hello everyone, my name is Trevor Butts, so happy to be joining you for what should be a good one here, as this is game number 1 of a best of 5 series between these two bitter rivals. This was the championship match each of the last 2 seasons. They meet one round earlier this year. It's a semi-final clash between Allegany and Tonawanda, as Joe Reziteritz, one of the key players, no doubt about it, for this Arrows team, trying to get things going on the far side. He loses his footing, and the play turned over. Here comes Travis Fry back the other way for Tonawanda. Fry spins off his defender, takes the shot, and scores! That's a great start to this game for Tonawanda's Travis Fry, as he makes it 1-0 Braves. Travis Fry gets his first playoff goal this season, 9th overall marker on the year for Fry. He's playing a bit more of a transition role in this game, has played a bit more of that as the season has wound down, but he can more than play some great forward on the floor. He is an excellent player. He knows exactly what to do when he gets into that end, and he shows you as he makes it a 1-0 lead for Tonawanda. Allegany looking for an immediate response here as Corey Becker gives it up for Christian Watts. Watts, one of the top forwards on this Arrows team, entered as the team's regular season points leader after the departure of Chris Atwood and Kelvin George. Nothing doing there on that possession for the Arrows, as Tonawanda will get into the attacking zone. Here is Waylon Abrams faking it as he steps over the restraining line. Bounce pass to the near side for Patterson. Patterson lets a shot go. It's stopped by Martin. Zed Williams gets the loose ball here for Allegany, as that's been one of the interesting things the Arrows have been trying out this year under their head coach Roger Chrysler, assisted by Micah Kersey. They've been running Zeddy out that back door, letting him play some defense, but I think they're kind of hoping to do with Zed like Tonawanda did with Travis Fry earlier, have him break up the floor and score in transition. as you know that number 28 in blue and gold can do just that. That pass overthrown here for Owen Hill. It'll be chased down in the corner by Jesse Jimerson. The left-handed defenseman Jimerson will pass it away as Christian Watts will take over for Allegany. Watts shuffles on the far boards, defended by Finger, but gets a switch here. Now watched by Chido. Here's Whitlow with a long shot, and he scores. Wes Whitlow from downtown makes it 1-1. Good shot here for Wes Whitlow as his stick caught a piece of the defender's stick. Mason Homer in the process of shooting that ball, but that did not faze Whitlow whatsoever as he rips that one home for what is his first goal of the postseason in his first playoff game of the year. Wes Whitlow gets Allegany on the board. Long shot here from Zed Williams is stopped by the Tonawanda netminder this evening, Gage Stevens. No Joel Watson anymore. He was cut at the deadline, so it is Gage Stevens, presumably the rest of the way for Tonawanda. He is the starting netminder here this evening. He's earned the right to be the number one for this Braves team. He has more than deserved it with his play throughout the year. Tonawanda, a tough task going up against one of the league's best in Chase Martin, and I'm excited to see how Martin plays in this game. It felt like as the season was winding down, I was seeing a lot more of Lyndon Hill, less of Chase Martin. Made me wonder if he was working through some injury issues or what was going on. Don't know for sure, so don't want to speculate too much, of course, but just excited to see how he plays in this one. We know he is one of the absolute best. And speaking of the best, here's Lane Smith. It's a 2-1 lead for the Arrows after Lane Smith puts Allegany in front. Boy, are the Arrows glad to have this man back on the floor. Lane Smith only was in 5 games during the regular season. Didn't score any points in those games, but he has been good here in the postseason. A very important lefty on this Tonawanda, or this Allegany team, is Lane Smith. He gets goal number 4 of the postseason for him in his 3rd playoff game. As Tonawanda gets the ball off the draw, looking to try and tie this game up. We're ahead in the first minute, but 2 straight Arrows goals puts Allegany in front. Wes Whitlow and Lane Smith, the 2 goal scorers for Allegany. Travis Fry, the lone man on the board here for Tonawanda. Here's Reziteritz in front, stopped by Stevens. Tough shot there for Joe Reziteritz. Working in some tight quarters, but able to get it away. Ball brought over half. Here by Gaston, he'll pass it away. To the far side with it is Hill. Into the middle. Here's Patterson with a shot, just misses. Good look there for Anthony Patterson, but not able to get that one on frame. On the far side, with it is Fry, and he scores! It was only a matter of time before the shot started falling for Travis Fry. He's got a pair, so do the Braves. Second of the game for Travis Fry. If you go back to the regular season, that is his 10th of the year. And I say it's only been a matter of time before the shots start falling for Travis Fry. And that's because it felt like at points during the regular season, he got great chance after great chance every game, but the shots just weren't going in for him. And right now he is seeing that if he keeps working hard and perseveres, they will drop. And they are starting to now. 2 goals early here for Travis Fry and the Tonawanda Braves, but Allegany has a pair themselves. They're looking to add on to it right here. Christian Watts to Gareth Haig. To the near side for Lane Smith. He's got 1 here today. Smith to Haig. Over to Reziteritz. Reziteritz with a shot. Stopped here by Stevens. Looking for the 5-hole there was Joe Reziteritz, but Gage Stevens read it all the way and made a nice stop. Here's one of Tonawanda's big pickups, Dylan Lyons. Moves it over to Waylon Abrams. Gates in front. Stopped by Martin. BTB effort there from Gates Abrams. Kept out by Chase Martin. Great look there for Abrams. Let's see what Lyons does now. Trying to get topside here. Lets a shot go. Nice stop by Martin. Beauty stick save for Chase Martin. Now it's a foot race to the corner. Zed Williams and Dylan Lyons. Williams kind of won the strength battle there, bumped Lyons off the ball, but the ball took a Tonawanda bounce and rolled right to Lyons, and he was able to get that despite getting muscled off by Zed Williams. It is tough to win any sort of a strength battle against Zed Williams. They call him Zedzilla for a reason, guys. He is one strong player out there as Owen Hill's shot is swallowed up here by Martin. Another nice stick save for Chase Martin as Allegany able to transition the ball forward here. Working on the far side is Watts. Tightly watched by Mason Homer, but he shakes him off. Watts to the middle. Reziteritz can't hang on to it. Could be a chance here in transition, but Fry and Hill both boot the loose ball. Hill will track back and get it. He sends it up for Paul Dawson. Dawson gonna slow things down here after he bobbled the initial pass, but he'll give it to Owen Hill, who lets it fly, misses wide. Waylon Abrams trying to bring the body here on Zed Williams. Cam Villavada just about gets over the halfway line before being hounded as the ball turned over. Waylon Abrams takes it away. Avery Steinbeck Parker now runs into a big double team here and the ball pops free. Xavier Taylor jars it loose. Taylor gonna flip it to maybe. A former St. Thomas Aquinas Spartan gonna try and give it up to Watts, but he throws it right in the direction of Cam Seneca. It'll be picked up and flipped to Seneca. He's running forward. Chance for Seneca. He shoots. He's stopped by Martin. End-to-end action right now. Cam Seneca with the latest shot for Tonawanda, but the latest save made by Chase Martin. Pass thrown away here by Watts. They're bringing the pressure on him right now. Homer could have a chance. Homer shot stopped by Martin. Loose ball going to be picked up here by Connor Finger and the Tonawanda Braves. Anthony Patterson going over to Dylan Lyons. He's watched by Ben Austin. Penalty coming up as whistles are blown. And it looks like it'll be an offensive penalty that goes against Tonawanda. Anthony Patterson, the guilty party. Let's see what happened here. Patterson on the middle part of your frame now just gives Darius Anderson the business up high. And that draws the penalty. And for the first time in this game, the Allegany power play will make their way on the floor. Great chance here for the Arrows to regain their lead. Power play opportunity. Lane Smith playing catch with Wes Whitlow. Smith winds and fires, but just misses. Joe Reziteritz. Whitlow. Wes Whitlow. Skip pass to Williams. Reziteritz looking for an option. Watched there by Belter, and his pass evades Lane Smith. Smith will face the pressure. He'll pass it away. Whitlow's shot stopped by Stevens. Fresh 30 here for the Arrows. Room for Williams to let it fly. He opts to pass it away. Good ball movement there for the Arrows. They nearly get one. A quick stick effort from Joe Reziteritz, but he can't tap it home. Could be a chance in transition for Finger, but the pass a bit too strong for him. He's battling here with Becker. Going 1-on-2 now. Williams enters the fray, and Sherman Williams will pass it up to big brother Zed, who will step over the halfway line and get the power play going once again for the Arrows. Just under a minute remaining in the Patterson penalty. Whitlow. Haig playing a little catch. Now Reziteritz. Whitlow. Haig. Wes Whitlow. Joe Reziteritz. Pass deflected up and out of play. Either Belter or Dawson deflected that one into the netting. Either way, Allegany keeps the ball. Their offensive flow might have been a bit disrupted there. We'll see here. Maybe. Haig behind the net for Williams. Maybe. Williams again. Reziteritz up top. Whitlow. Reziteritz can't handle the pass. Joe Reziteritz gets it back. Matched up on Dawson now to the near side off the post. Quick stick effort for Austin Maybe, but he's denied by the iron. Zed Williams to Joe Reziteritz. He winds and fires. It's blocked in front. Good soak there for Paul Dawson and the Braves. Penalty has expired to Patterson, so we are back to even strength. Chance for Reza Terrence in front, and he scores. Right as the penalty expires, Joe Reza Terrence gets his first goal of the game. Allegany able to regain that 1-goal lead, and there you see why. A quick chance in front for Joe Reza Terrence on the 10th arrow shot of the game. They're shooting at a 30% clip right now. 3 of 10 in the back of the net. The latest coming out of the stick of Joe Reza Terrence. For Reza Terrence, that is his 5th goal of the postseason. He had 11 regular season goals, and in the NLL, splitting time with Buffalo and Philadelphia after a midseason trade, 24 goals. In the National Lacrosse League, 60 points as well. Here's Gaston, his shot stopped by Martin. Hit hard during the process as well. Looked like he might have went in the crease. Either way, it stays out, and we have reached a break in the action. We're going to take a look at the chat. Oh, baby, we got 226 of you all tuning in. Thank you so very much for making us a part of your Friday evening. I hope you are enjoying Game 1 of this Best of 5 series. Grandmaster Franklin, oh, baby, here we go. It's playoff time. Absolutely. Playoffs are here. This is the best kind of lacrosse. Lots of hearts in the chat. Anthony Redmond, let's go Braves. Morgan Chrysler in the chat as well. And Bomberry, let's go Arrows. Morgan Chrysler, 67. Carly Logan with the red and black hearts. Devin Bomberry, blue and gold hearts there, cheering on the Arrows. Carly Logan responds with her red and black hearts, cheering on the Braves. As it will be possession for Allegany after the crease violation on Clifford Gaston and Tonawanda. Play is blown in, and we are back underway here at Logan Field, as it is a 3-2 lead for the Allegany Arrows over the Tonawanda Braves. Shot just goes wide of the net there for the Arrows. Loose ball missed here by Belter, but it's picked up by Allegany and thrown onto the back part of the net. That'll be Tonawanda possession, as Bryce Danofsky's will send it forward. Ball on the far side here for Tonawanda. Travis Fry. Up top to Gates Abrams. Quickly in front, Lyons misses wide. Fry gets the rebound, works his way in front, takes a shot, and is stopped by Martin. Looked like Fry took a shot up high, too, in the process, but I could hear from the official, they're going to say 67 on the slash. And we'll go one more look at it here. Jesse Jimerson looked a little befuddled after that, and I kind of see why after the replay. I think the penalty went on the other defender, but they missed and called it on Jesse. Either way, he will have to serve 2 minutes for this one, as Tonawanda has their first power play of the game. Clifford Gaston with an outside rip, stopped here by Martin. Loose ball picked up here by Anthony Patterson. AP, they call him. He's going to pass it away to Gates Abrams. Owen Hill, Patterson, Abrams. Shot just misses that top right corner. Whalen gets the rebound. Pass to the near side. Gaston trying to stuff it home, can't do so. Jace Martin hugs his post and makes a nice stop here for the Arrows. Ben Austin legging it up the floor. Delayed penalty coming against Tonawanda. It happened going right near the bench here beneath us, so we won't have a look, but I'm told it is a slashing call in all likelihood that will end this Braves power play. Let's see if Allegany can get something here before the penalty is called. Not able to do so here. A nice check by Jason Chido to knock that ball to the turf, but the penalty will be assessed here. Anthony Patterson a bit over aggressive according to the official. He will sit for 2 minutes or less, as we'll have exactly 1 minute of 4-on-4 action before the Arrows have a 1-minute power play. Lots of room out there. Playing some 4-on-4 lacrosse here. Zed Williams steps towards the center but moves it to Haig. Back to Williams. Working with Reza Territz and Lane Smith. Lane pops free, but Zed's still working. Matched up against Jensen. Over to Reza Territz. His shot stopped by Stevens. A strong low blast there for Joe Reza Territz, but not able to get that one through the legs and stick of Gage Stevens. As we are under 7 minutes to play here in the first period of action. Owen Hill to the near side for Gaston. Clifford Gaston steps in, fires his shot, bouncing around, but kept out by Martin. 10 seconds and counting remaining in the Jimerson penalty. Jeff Geddes, man they call Tiger, legs it up the far side. Geddes gonna spin back and leave it here for Whitlow, knowing he did his job well. Just 10 seconds remaining in the shot clock here for the Arrows. Let's see what they do. Williams just lets it fly. It's soaked by Dawson. Could still be a chance. Smith shot stopped by Stevens. Allegany wanted a back-in call. They don't get one. Dylan Lyons just gets a foot on the restraining line before taking a few steps back. Pick set here by Jensen. Lyons trying to work himself free. Matched up on Cam Villavada, the former Tuscarora Junior Tomahawk. Lyons able to break free. Lyons with a skipping shot, stopped by Martin. Ball bouncing around here. It's knocked free by Waylon Abrams. He gives Darius Anderson a push, but not enough to force an 8-second call. The Arrows get it over in the nick of time as the penalty to Patterson has expired. Maybe creates a chance, takes the shot, stopped by Stevens. Good look there for Austin Maybe, but not able to get that one home. Patterson flips it here to Gates Abrams, watched by his former teammate Corey Becker. Those two had a jovial exchange during pregame warm-ups after a ball went in Corey Becker's direction from the Tonawanda side of things. Here is Sherman Williams now bringing it up. They'll leave it here with Wes Whitlow. Whitlow trying to work in here on Fry. Defended well. Whitlow still trying to create some space. Arrows want a holding call. They're not going to get it, but they get a wide open Joe Reza Territz. Buffalo Joe Reza Territz buries that one and makes it 4-2 Arrows. And there you can see some of the tough checks that Whitlow was fighting through as the Arrows score on their 15th shot of the game. Was hounded there by Fry and eventually Steinbeck Parker, but it was all worthwhile for Wes Whitlow because he set up Joe Reza Territz for his second goal of the game and what is his 6th postseason goal. Cam Villavada with a chance and he scores! Oh, that's a big one for the Arrows. Cam Villavada gets his first goal of the year, and it's 5-2 Allegany. That might be Cam Villavada's first senior goal. No, he got one playoff goal earlier this year. Didn't score in the regular season. So second goal of the year, my apologies for Cam Villavada. Was a great transition threat with the Tuscarora Junior Tomahawks. Under head coach Randy Chrysler, went to St. Bonaventure, had a very good year with the Bonnies. 14 games played with them, a goal and an assist, 13 GBs, and 9 caused turnovers. The former Hamburg Bulldog gets a big one for Allegany. Here is Gaston trying to answer right back for Tonawanda. They need one. Eldon ground shot, stopped here by Martin. Zed Williams earns a loose ball pickup here. He's wanting a penalty call and argues a bit with the ref and turns it over. Shot from ground here, stopped by Martin. Always want to play to the whistle there. A rare error there from one of this league's best players, no doubt about it. But fortunately for Allegany, no harm, no foul. They're going to look to extend the advantage here on the attack. Penalty coming against Tonawanda. Zach Belter going to go to the box. He had a hard slash, and now Belter throwing maybe down in. Austin maybe, I guess, just has a way of drawing those kind of plays out of defenders. As when I saw him down in Oil Spring, he seemed like he took an awful beating that game, but got to see the slash call right there. We'll show it one more time as he wore one here, but his Arrows team will say it's well worth it right there. An easy call for the official, as it is going to be a penalty against Tonawanda, and I think there might be a discussion of whether it's a 2 or a 4 here, as I see the officials talking about some things, pointing fingers. What I think they're actually talking about is that you should all check out the Basin Bud Depot right here locally in the Basin, New York area. We thank them so very much for their support here of Blue Squatch Productions and for the sponsorship. They are a big favorite around here, so we thank them so very much for their support. Check out everybody over at the Basin Bud Depot if you're 21 and over and can enjoy responsibly. Power play begins here for the Arrows. It is their third of the night. Just their second full 2-minute power play, but technically their third, as they had the abbreviated 1-minute one earlier, as that pass thrown away here. Picked up by the Braves. Paul Dawson going to roll it in the direction of Connor Finger. Finger gets it over half and passes it away to Dylan Lyons. Lyons, former Onondaga Red Hawk, had to face his former team a few times near the end of the regular season. Able to get the pass away to Gaston. Gaston, shifty forward here for the Braves. Former draft pick of the Rochester Nighthawks lets the shot go and nearly finds the hole, but Chase Martin makes another big save as Gaston almost ripped that one through that bottom left corner, but a nice right leg save from Chase Martin keeps it a 5-2 lead here for his Arrows. Owen Hill giving it up for Gates Abrams. To the far side. With it is Fry. Fry gets popped here by Gonzarek. And you got to be careful with Travis Fry because sometimes that just awakens the beast. But what a hit there. Perfectly done by Kyle Gonzarek. There's a reason why he played some lacrosse at Syracuse and Jacksonville. Great defender. And he's showing why as Joe Reziteritz trying to get things going on the offensive end on this power play. Gets a chance here and is stopped by Stevens. Could be another chance. Hig with a shot. He scores. All the momentum in the favor of Allegany right now. Gareth Hig makes it a 6-2 game. Good fake there by Hig to throw off Paul Dawson there. As you'll see it once again right here, gets the pass on the near side, sees Dawson coming out to challenge. That first little hitch threw him off as Allegany scores on their 18th shot of the game. Believe it or not, the Arrows are being outshot 19-18, but you can't tell by looking at the scoreboard as Gareth Hig makes it a 6-2 game. He had 10 regular season goals, didn't score in the postseason till now. That is goal number 1 in his third playoff game for Gareth Hig. And Tonawanda trying to find some sort of an answer here. Homer having all kinds of trouble picking up that loose ball. Can't do so, and Allegany gonna take over here. Chance for the Arrows to really go into the break with a stranglehold lead. The lead is currently 4, and it feels like a big lead at the moment. But you'd have to think if they can make it a 5-goal lead, that would really hurt Tonawanda going into the break as Stevens just gets an arm on that one. Either the left arm of Stevens or that caught the iron. Either way, it stays out. Whitlow, Reziteritz Zed Williams. Lane Smith gets a pick. Lets a low shot go. Stopped by Stevens. Ball will roll back towards center. Gareth Haig has plenty of time to pick it up. And Allegany not going to have enough time to pull the goalie, but have enough time to essentially get the last shot here if they so choose. Haig, Williams, Smith, Haig. Skip pass in the direction of Williams. He doesn't find it right away. Chido going to apply some pressure. Williams having some trouble picking it up, but he'll get it back. Williams with a low angle shot that doesn't find the target. And that will do it for the shot clock here. Tonawanda not going to attempt anything here at the end of the first period, and Logan Field has been brought to a silence right now after a 6-2 first period for Allegany. Shots finish evened up at 20 apiece, but the scoreboard massively in favor of the Arrows. Gonna look at the chat here before we step aside for a moment. More people should be watching this game. It's a good one, Hot Rod. We're doing great right now. We got over 250 watching this one. We thank everybody so much for tuning in. Trey Turner saying, don't let XT84 shoot that ball. I mean, there's nothing Xavier Taylor can't do out there. He is a unicorn of a player, that is for sure. Chucky Bear says, let him shoot the ball. You said don't. Oh, I see where that exchange happened. Nice. Buffalo Joe in the chat from Devin Bomberry. Arrows. Let's go, Arrows. Don't let up. Keep shooting. Yup, exactly. They cannot let up one bit, because Tonawanda will end up right back in this game, as we'll give everybody a quick look here at the Can-Am playoff bracket here for 2026. There you see it. Both these teams fighting to get to the finals. Tonawanda looking for their third straight finals appearance. Allegany looking to make it 4 appearances in a row and trying to go for the three-peat. On the other side, Newtown and Grand River, they also start their series tonight over at the Gillette Arena. Don't believe there's any recordings or anything going on over there, so if you want to check that one out, got to go head to the Gillette to watch that one tonight, as Newtown battles Grand River in what should be another great best-of-5 series. We should have some interviews coming up here shortly, so I'm going to step aside, try and get those figured out here. We'll be back in a moment on Blue Squatch Productions. Trevor Butts on the floor here with Lane Smith from the Allegany Arrows. And Lane, I know you missed part of this season, but you're able to get enough games in to get back. You're back on the floor, and man, you are looking as good as ever. Tell me how you're feeling out there.
It feels good. I'm excited to be back. You know, it's painful to watch and take some time away from the game, but I'm more than happy to be out here and playing again.
You dealt with a lot of adversity in the offseason leading up to just where we are now. Can you just describe just the challenges you went through just to get here at this point?
Yeah, I mean, went through a very rough illness. Ended up having to get major surgery, back in May, and I didn't think that I was going to be able to play, but it worked out in my favor. Surgery went smooth, and just battled through it, and I'm happy to be here with the boys.
The boys are happy to have you here. They were having a little fun with you before, but you're showing why you needed to be back on this floor. You are playing some great lacrosse. My man, tell me, what were you seeing out there on that goal?
Just an open lane. I don't think the pass was intended for me. It ended up in my stick, but just an open lane to shoot the ball, and just took my chance and made it worth it.
You guys are out to a big lead so far, 4 goals here at the moment. Tell me what you guys got to do as an offense to just keep this lead growing.
Yep, just take our shots when it's there, not to get too cute with the ball, move our feet and set some good picks, and play playoff ball. Like Allegany playing playoff ball, that's our thing, right? So just keep our feet moving and run hard,
The Arrows are most certainly playing some playoff ball right now. They lead it 6-2 after 1 period of play. Welcome back here on Blue Squatch Productions. We'll give you a quick look at some players you got to keep your eyes on in this game. It was each team's leading scorer from the regular season. Christian Watts and Waylon Abrams, your players to watch in this one. Both have been quiet in the goal column so far, but each of them had big regular seasons and can explode at a moment's notice. Christian Watts, 21-27 for 48 points. Waylon Abrams, 41 goals, 42 assists, 83 points during the regular season. 27 seconds remain in the penalty to Zach Belter. as Allegany will start on the power play as we are underway here between the Allegany Arrows and the Tonawanda Braves in the semifinal round of the Can-Am playoffs. Each of these teams met in the finals the last 2 seasons. However, they're meeting in the semifinals here this year. Tonawanda, the higher seed, so they have home field advantage, as that's why they're hosting Game 1 and would host a Game 5 should it get to that point right here at Logan Field. And this Game 1, though, is a big one for Tonawanda. It cannot be understated how important Game 1 is here for the Braves, and that's because as Lane Smith lets a nice shot go there, Taylor nearly gets the loose ball. This game's so important for Tonawanda because they have struggled on the road at Allegany as Jensen scores! Looking to end the Braves' struggles right now. Taylor Jensen goes airborne for the 3rd Tonawanda goal of the game. Oh, we got to check this one out again in transition. Taylor Jensen takes off and lifts that one over the shoulder of Chase Martin. What a finish there for Jensen to get the 3rd Braves goal of the game. That is a big one for Taylor Jensen and Tonawanda. He scored 6 in the regular season, 1st of the playoffs, as that's exactly how Tonawanda wants to start this second period of play. Right as I was talking about why this Game 1 is so important, that's because Tonawanda has not won at Allegany in a number of years. The last road win against the Arrows coming all the way back on April 23rd, 2023. It has been that long, by my count, 10 straight road defeats for the Braves. That's all including playoffs, of course. So it really means this game's so important for Tonawanda to win. With knowing the struggles you've had at the ACC, you really want to take Game 1 just in case you continue those struggles in Game 2. Last thing the Braves would ever want is to be down 2-0, of course. As Allegany trying to keep their lead. Gonzarek gets knocked to the floor. He wants to lead the Arrows to an early Game 1 win. Shot from Williams is stopped here by Stevens. Mason Homer picks up the Lucy. He'll outlet it to the far side. Chido running up the floor. Chido, his shot kept out by Martin. Jason Chido, one of the true Ironmen in the Can-Am Lacrosse League. He played every game for Tonawanda this regular season. I believe he was just one of 2 players league-wide to play in all 20 games. Christian Watts trying to work into the middle. Passes it off to Gareth Haig. Haig gets a step on Seneca, but Cam Seneca with a nice trail check knocks that ball out of play. Possession goes to Tonawanda. Stevens has to get the pass away and sends it up the floor. Look out. Don't step on the tracks when the train's coming through, or should I say the Tiger, Jeff Geddes. Levels his man. Now Viavata being hounded here. He just about gets it over half. Here's a chance. Geddes to Taylor. Taylor, his shot kept out by Stevens. Long pass here. Eldon Ground trying to play quickly. He gets the ball off the boards. Ground will now slow things down here and wait for some offensive reinforcements. To the near side for Lions. Whipped to the far side. Gaston's overhand rip just misses. Gonzarek not able to get that loose ball cleanly. He'll pick it back up. Gonzarek sends it forward. And the pass taken away here. Picked off by the Braves. Anthony Patterson has it on the far side. Patterson to the near side for Fry. He's got some space. Fry with a shot. It's stopped by Martin. Fry was looking for his hat trick goal as Gates Abrams makes some contact, finds the ball right in front. Here's a chance. Abrams just misses. What a check from Sherman Williams to knock that ball free. Oh my goodness. The paint man comes up big for Allegany, but possession will stay with Tonawanda. Oh, man. One of the best chances you'll see all game long is kept out by the combination of Sherman Williams and Chase Martin. Whether Martin got a piece of it or not, he did his part to stand tall as Fry's rip catches the post. Believe that one went off the post as Travis Fry brought his shooting stick today. Pass in front, and we're going to get a penalty call. Eldon Ground drew the call. Believe it'll go against Liam Kane for holding. Let's see if Tonawanda can score 6 on 5 here as Stevens heads to the bench. Gates Abrams from the point. His low shot stopped here by Martin. Into the corner, Clifford Gaston picks it up. Fresh shot clock for the Braves. Pass in the middle. Whalen's twisting effort stopped by Martin. And since we had a few good looks there, not going to be able to show the penalty. My apologies there, but it will go against Liam Kane and the Allegany Arrows. Take a look at the chat here while we got a moment, see if anything's popping up. Devin Baumberry, let's go Arrows. Don't let up, keep shooting. Don't know if I read that one already. Let's go Arrows, play a disciplined game. Corey Becker getting some love in the chat. Lane Smith getting some love. Love that profile picture. I'm sure Lane loves it as well. Joe Chrysler, another strong, disciplined Arrow. Absolutely. As with it up top is Gaston. He'll give it up for Gates Abrams. To the near side, his pass picked off. Zed Williams intercepts the pass. Bringing it up the floor is Allegany. Here's Becker with a shot. Stopped by Stevens. I believe it's the second power play of the night here for Tonawanda. 3-on-2 chance. Here's Gaston to the far side. Shot on. Stopped by Martin. Oh, man. Playoff Chase Martin is here tonight for Allegany. Any games off, not going to affect him whatsoever. He looks just as dialed in as ever. He makes another stop. Chase Martin denies Lions of the opportunity. Here's Taylor. Breaking forward in transition. He'll flip it to the far side for Anderson. Darius Anderson will slow things down, knowing his team is on the penalty kill. Liam Kane's penalty down to 53 seconds. Anderson, great lefty transition man, goes to Watts. His shot misses well wide. And after the 30-second buzzer goes, Connor Finger picks the ball up. And gets play going once again here for Tonawanda. Gates Abrams to Hill. Gets the pass right back. Low rip up out of play. Looked like it was yet another big save from Chase Martin. Sherman Williams picks the ball up in the crease. Looks for an outlet pass. He finds Whitlow. What a grab from Wes Whitlow. One hand on his stick. He'll get the pass to Austin. Austin, oh man. I was kind of hoping Austin would shoot that one just for the opportunity. It seemed like everything was working there for the Arrows, but he makes the smart call knowing that the penalty is almost expired. That's a smart lacrosse play from Ben Austin as Hagon is offside, can't get it on target. Shot clock expires here. Mason Homer will pick up the loose ball and send it forward. Pass into the middle for Gaston. He avoids some checks from Darius Anderson. Gaston gets a step on him. Braves bench wants a holding call. They don't get it. Pass to the near side. Whalen connects with it. Gets the shot away, but it's turned away by Chase Martin. Fresh 30 here for Tonawanda as we are under 12 minutes to go in the second period. It is a 6-3 advantage for the Allegany Arrows. However, they have yet to score in this frame. Tonawanda's just got one themselves. Travis Fry has created many great chances here tonight. He's got a pair, but not able to get his third right there. Into the crease goes Gaston. Possession to Allegany. On the far side, bringing it up is Darius Anderson. He'll find Smith in the middle. Low shot there, just misses. Rezaterit's going to fight for it in the corner. gives his defender a push and allows for Watts to get the loose ball. He'll flip it back to Reziteritz. Now he'll roll it to Christian Watts. Watts gets a pick from Anderson. Watts trying to go right to him off the pick, but Anderson was pushed into the crease. Couldn't catch the Tonawanda defender that did that, but that was a wise decision there as Jensen breaks some ankles, making his way up the floor. O-Dog Owen Hill has the ball in his stick. To the far side, the captain for Tonawanda, Gates Abrams. Rocking the C on his jersey, trying to flip it over to cousin Waylon. Those two can't link up here. Austin gets hit hard from behind. Is there a penalty coming? Doesn't seem like it. And right at 7 seconds, Zed Williams called timeout. And the shots at this break in the action, 34-24 in favor of Tonawanda. But it is Chase Martin who is standing tall right now for the Arrows, making a number of big saves throughout this game. Since we got a break in the action, Blue Squatch family just wants to send our thoughts and our prayers over to the Pragle family. Cecily Pragle lost her mother very recently, and of course her husband Jason Pragle helps me out all the time. Takes so much time out of his own life to run the camera for me, and we just want to let everybody know we're thinking about him and send in our thoughts and prayers. Play is blown back in here as Xavier Taylor will get the ball over halfway as Allegany trying to get their first goal here of the second period of action. With it is Zed Williams. He's got a one-on-one for the moment, turns and fires, but is stopped by Stevens. Cam Seneca with it for Tonawanda, an assistant captain here for the Braves. Eldon Ground, an affiliated player for Tonawanda, has looked great all regular season for the Braves, contributing in nearly every game he's played. Dylan Lyons behind the net. Watched by Cam Villavada. He had a big goal in that first period. Lyons loses his stick as the shot clock expires. Tonawanda not able to do much on that possession. It'll be a turnover, with Corey Becker taking over for Allegany, the former Brave. Spent some time with Tuscarora when they were in the league as well. Pass to the near side. Here's a chance. Whitlow stopped by Stevens. Best save of the night for Gage Stevens as he denies Wes Whitlow right on the doorstep. Let's look at that one again since we got some whistles on the floor. Oh, baby, how about this one? Great job from Whitlow to shake off the defender and just get that pass, but not able to beat Gage Stevens there. Let's see this one again. Nice left arm save there from Gage Stevens to stop Whitlow right on the doorstep. Whitlow is a guy that can most certainly put the ball in the back of the net. He's got one tonight, had 7 goals in the regular season here with Allegany. Then in previous years with the Six Nations Snipers in the ALL, 14 games played, 28 goals, 78 points for Wes Whitlow. 2025, he spent some time with the Six Nations Rivermen up in Ontario Series Lacrosse, played 3 games, 9 points, and a pair of goals. And more of a full year with the Rivermen, though, in 24, 14 games played, 23 Genos, 51 points for Wes Whitlow. So he can more than shoot the ball effectively, but was just stopped by a better save from Gage Stevens, who's been tested tonight. Let in a few early ones I think he might want back, as he has seen 26 Allegany shots. Chase Martin has seen 34 from the Braves. I'd think some of the better chances have been shot on Chase Martin, but he has been up to the task nearly every time for his Arrows team. It feels like every year playoff Chase Martin comes out to play, and he is just his absolute best version of himself this time of year. Shot stopped here by Martin. Possession awarded to Allegany anyways, as they're going to look to bring it up the floor quickly. Here is Zed Williams to Lane Smith. His shot stopped here by Stevens. Loose ball battle in the corner. Homer trying to be careful here, working against Williams. As that ball does pop free, and possession will go to Tonawanda. Clifford Gaston bringing it up the far side to Dylan Lyons. Swim move, trying to create the chance and draws a call. Takes a shot up high too after the fact, and we'll see if it's just one going against the Arrows. Right now, it looks like it will go against Cam Villavada. Get you a look here at the penalty, and I think that left hand of Cam Villavada might have been up on the shoulder of Lyons. And they're going to call a slash on it here. Oh, they looked like Becker delivered more of the slash, but Villavada got dinged with the call. Either way, it is a 2-minute penalty for Allegany. Villavada will sit for 2 or less, depending on what the Tonawanda power play does here. By my count, neither power play has struck yet this evening, as we got an illegal procedure playing without a glove call that goes against Allegany. That will give the possession right back to Tonawanda. If he was playing without a helmet, that could have been the penalty call. This just a possession call. So the Arrows avoid going down 5-on-3 here and still have a good chance of killing off this penalty 5-on-4. We'll see what happens though. Owen Hill, Waylon Abrams. His outside rip is stopped here by Martin. Chase Martin is just seeing beach balls right now, and he is stealing the show. Not the first time I have said that in the Can-Am playoffs, that is for sure. There is a reason why he has helped lead this Arrows team to 2 straight league titles. Hill gives it up for Eldon Ground. High pass corralled by Gates Abrams. Waylon on the doorstep, stopped by Martin. Might have caught a piece of the iron either way. It stays out. Chance for Kane the other way. Here's Liam Kane on a break, off the post. In the crease is the call anyways. But man, oh man, the goalie's friends are coming up big in this one. Waylon Abrams shifts free and scores. Logan Fielder up as Tonawanda gets their 4th goal of the game. Let's get another look at this one. Gates goes right to Waylon, who takes a step away from the crease, and I think that was a smart decision there from Waylon Abrams to just give himself that extra little step, half step to work with. Threw off the defender Austin a little bit, I think, too, as he lifts that one over the shoulder of Martin for the 4th Tonawanda goal of the game, his 1st of the postseason. Does Austin answer? No, he is stopped by Stevens. Waylon had an impressive regular season, finished 3rd in the Can-Am in goals with 41, led the league in assists, winning an assist title with 42 helpers, and finished 2nd only to Zach Miller in points with 83 total points this year in 19 games played. He finished just 7 behind Zach Miller, who had the 50-40 season and is one of just 2 people in the 40-40 club, as we have an injured Arrow down on the floor. Didn't see what happened, so we didn't clip anything, as Jeff Geddes is slow to get up. He is back to his feet and walking off the floor under his own power. We hope he is all right. Big loss for Allegany if they don't have number 1 in blue and gold on the floor. That is for sure. Ball will start on the far side here in the sticks of the Tonawanda Braves as they get play back underway. Here is Clifford Gaston. Gaston moving it to Waylon Abrams. He wasn't quite ready for it. It ends up with Zed Williams. Could be a chance. 2-on-0. Leaves it with Gonsarik. Here's Gonsarik. He scores! Kyle Gonsarik scores in transition, and Allegany gets their 7th goal of the game. First goal of the period for the Arrows, 7th of the night for Allegany, and Kyle Gonsarik gets his 2nd goal of the season. We'll get you one more look at it here on what is the 30th shot of the night for Allegany. They beat Gage Stevens to make it a 7-4 game. Here's Taylor with a chance. Taylor left-handed, stopped by Stevens. Good effort there from Xavier Taylor to switch hands while he was mid-play there. Ends up letting the left-handed rip go and is stopped here by Gage Stevens after a big goal from Allegany's Kyle Gonsarik. Makes it a 7-4 game. Swinging slash there from Williams, not able to knock the ball free. It ends up on the ground as whistles are blown here, and it looks like a penalty going against Allegany. Darius Anderson gonna get hit with the call. Let's see why. Illegal cross-check is the call. We'll see it one more. Right there is the call on Darius Anderson. Got his man right in the lower back. An easy decision for the officials. And it is a power play here for the Braves. By my count, it's the 4th of the night. Don't know if I always have that accurately, but I have not seen the Braves get one yet. Here they go. When in doubt, give the ball to 77 in the red, white, and black. Gates Abrams gets a big goal here for Tonawanda. A power play marker here for the Braves, and you'll see it now as Gates Abrams stuffs that home short side for the big Braves goal, their 5th of the night. Gates with another impressive regular season, finished with 34 goals. That would give him 35 now on the entire season. What a game we have had here so far as Gates Abrams gets the goal. Possession to Tonawanda, and the Braves trying to get that momentum back. They've got 3 of the last 4. We'll see if they can make it 4 out of the last 5. Owen Hill looks for an option. His pass deflected and picked up here by Williams. It was blocked away by Taylor. Now Zed Williams gonna flip it here to Lane Smith. Smith patiently waits and will backpedal into the corner. He'll give it up for Joe Rezateritz. Williams to the far side, low rip in the back of the net, but a whistle gives possession to Tonawanda. Didn't see what happened. A late slash there from Smith heading off the floor. And Watts a bit over aggressive. It looks like it was on Connor Finger. As the bench is getting a little chatty, as this game, the intensity just ratcheting up with each passing second. Could be another chance in transition. Kane trying to fend off some checks here from Jensen. Kane passes it up for Corey Becker. Christian Watts, his shot, stopped here by Stevens. Loose ball on the far side, it's collected by Becker. Whitlow to the near side for Watts. Watts will back into the corner and give it up for Wes Whitlow. Allegany looking for their first goal scored by forwards here in this period. The lone goal belonging to transition D-man Kyle Gonsarik as the ball goes up and out of play. Possession to Tonawanda, who trail by 2 with just under 4 minutes left to go here in this second period of play. Waylon Abrams' shot stopped here by Martin. Nice left leg pad save there for Chase Martin. Travis Fry, he's had the hot stick tonight for Tonawanda. He's got a pair. Low shot into the back of the net. Make it 3 for Travis Fry. He has his hat trick goal, and it's a 1-goal game. We got to see this one again here. Travis Fry rips that one 5-hole on Chase Martin for his 3rd goal of the game. What a finish there for Fry. What a job getting open as well. Not the biggest guy on the floor, but he is quick and shifty. The little water bug kind of player. Reminds me of Kyle Buchanan a bit from the Buffalo Bandits, as Travis Fry, the former Siena Saint, gets that goal here for Tonawanda to make it a 1-goal game with just over 3 minutes left to go here in this second period of play. Tonawanda outscoring Allegany 4-1 here in this period after getting outscored 6-2 in the first. Low shot from Haig is stopped by Stevens. Pass sent to the far side here for Finger. Finger to the middle. Shot for Gaston into the back of the net. Clifford Gaston blows that one past Martin for the 7th Tonawanda goal of the game. 43rd Braves shot is a good one. Out shooting the arrows by 10 in that category as Clifford Gaston gets one to go. What a finish there for Gaston, as the former 6th round pick, 85th overall from the Rochester Nighthawks, shows us why they picked him with that selection. He is one great player, another player kind of like Fry, the shifty, smaller water bug type players. Tonawanda's got a couple of them, and they are contributing in a big way here tonight. 3 goals for Travis Fry, and the latest goal here for Tonawanda as his shot stopped. The latest goal coming from the Braves, as some extracurriculars going on behind the play. A lot going on here at Logan Field. It has been an end-to-end game. Back and forth as Tonawanda closes the gap. It was a 4-goal game entering this period. We are now evened up. Jensen to the far side. Gates Abrams trying to work his way in. That ball pops free. Knocked out of his stick by Sherman Williams. One of the top defenders on this Arrows team. Gates puts his hands up saying, like, I'm not covering it. We'll see who is, and it is Allegany. Possession to Tonawanda. Trying to start quickly is Hill. Hill lets the shot go. It's stopped by Martin. Not able to beat Martin. Hip high here, but Gates picks off the pass. Gates on the doorstep, stopped by Martin. And Gates just did something very dumb there and gave Chase Martin a shove. I know Martin gave him one, but you can't get the goalie back, and that's a tough penalty to take for Tonawanda's captain. Right as it feels like you're getting the momentum back in this game. An unforced penalty here, and I know Chase gave him a shot the previous time Gates drove in there because he had a good chance right on the doorstep earlier, kind of doing a similar play. But you can't retaliate there if you're Gates Abrams, the captain of the Braves. You gotta think past that moment and not make that extra check there, because that could cost your team. Like I said, right when it feels like Tonawanda has the momentum back in this game, what a stop from Stevens. Maybe this penalty kill can fuel the momentum. We'll have to find out. The Arrows trying to get it back in their favor. This could be the swing. Who knows here? Rezateritz to Smith. Far side. Haig leaves it here with Lane Smith. He'll get the pass back. Rezateritz, overhand rip, misses wide. Off the boards. Ball bounces into the stick of a Brave. Bringing it up his Finger. Here's a chance on a break. Connor Finger, stopped by Martin. Whitlow Gonna scoop up the Lucy in the corner after Chase Martin makes yet another impactful save here for Allegany. Joe Reziteritz has the ball up top. A few steps behind the restraining line. He'll flip it to Zed Williams. Haig gives it right back to Zeddy. Here is Reziteritz. Far side for Haig. To the middle. Reziteritz just high over the net. Ball bouncing around. It ends up with Williams. Here's Reziteritz. Short side. Can't get it home. Under 20 to go. Ball goes back over half. Haig will pick it up with 10 seconds left in this period. Smith to Williams. To the near side, Watts. Watts, his shot high over the net. Ball will evade Smith for enough time, maybe not, it's in. I think there was just enough time as Lane Smith beats the buzzer. This will be the look to tell you here. Was there any time left? Let's see here. 3, 2, 1. Oh, by about a half a second. I think Lane Smith beat the buzzer. Officials are gonna count it. Let's see it one more time here. 1 second going back on the clock as Lane Smith beats the buzzer by about a half a second there. That is why you play to the very last whistle, ladies and gentlemen. Lane Smith teaching everyone a life lesson right there. He gets his second goal of the game as Allegany squeaks one out late in the period to enter the third with a 1-goal advantage. The shot totals after 2 periods of play, 36-42 in favor of Tonawanda. As the goals after the period, 8-7 in favor of the Arrows. 36-47, I'm being told. My apologies there, as we got almost 300 in the chat here watching the stream. We thank you so very much. We're over 300 now, right in time for the break. Gonna look at the chat here and see what we got going. Colin Taylor getting the next goal. BSP family, of course. Grandmaster Franklin. Must be uneven. Taylor over 1.5 goals. We're doing betting lines in the chat. That's funny. Where is Aaron George? That's a good question. Don't know off the top of my head. Never count the Braves out. Absolutely. Can't count either of these teams out. They are both battle-tested and proven. Tonawanda, yep, the chants are going. Everybody clapping. Cheese in the chat. Way to go, Lane. Yup. Big Lane. Arrows. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we got a good one going here tonight. It's a great chat. It's a great game. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now? As we will step aside for a few minutes. Going to try and get some interviews for you when we come back here on Blue Squatch Productions. Trevor Butts on the floor with Travis Fry from the Tonawanda Braves. And Travis, you've had the red hot stick tonight, 3 goals for you. Tell me, what's just allowing you to have the success you're having?
The boys are finding me in good spots, setting good picks, and thankfully the shots are just ended up in the net tonight.
So it's funny you say that, because I said something along the lines of it just seemed like they just weren't dropping for you. You were creating the good looks, getting open, but they just weren't going. Now they're falling. Does that just go to show you that your hard work and perseverance really, shows through?
Yeah, I think so. Rough end of the first and rough start to the second period, but just had to make some minor adjustments with the shot, and then got one late there in the third. So got to expect that goalie's going to be on the next few. So just got to keep adjusting as the game goes on.
Yeah, Chase has been on all game long here. He's playing some of his best lacrosse. What do you guys have to do to beat him a few more times in this third period?
Just shoot to good spots, keep moving from pipe to pipe, keep the ball moving, just keep finding each other open, and I think that'll be a key to success.
And you're somebody I've seen kind of all over the floor here a bit today and through the end of the regular season. For just everybody watching at home, how do you best describe your role here with Tonawanda?
I just try and help the best I can. I'm primarily an offensive player, but last game they put me on defense just to create some transition, and ended up scoring 2 goals in that game too, so it worked out.
Travis Fry, a true do-it-all player here for Tonawanda, and he's showing everyone why here. He's got a hat trick. The Braves trail by 1, though, here on Blue Squatch Productions. Welcome back now on Blue Squatch Productions as we start the third period of action between the Tonawanda Braves and the Allegany Arrows. An early whistle here right off the draw as the officials trying to sort through things. They're going to say it is Tonawanda ball is what I'm hearing. Xavier Taylor cannot believe it. He might have a case, but either way, possession will go to Tonawanda. Xavier Taylor, a fan favorite it seems. Getting a lot of love in the chat here tonight. Why wouldn't he be? Gotta love transition players that can play both ends of the floor, work hard every shift, and create some offensive chances as well. As that was a good look here for Tonawanda. Not able to get that one home though. As you heard Travis Fry say after the second period, Chase Martin has been on. We expect him to be on for the next few, just like he has been all game long. He's one of the best for a reason. I know Lane Smith was campaigning for it earlier in the year, but he needs an NLL shot. I think he is more than capable of being an NLL goalie. That is my opinion, as Tonawanda trying to solve him here. Great screen to open up Lions, but his shot deflects on its way and is easily kept out by Chase Martin. Zed Williams. He'll bring the ball up the floor unimposed for a moment, rip it, and score. You gotta get out and challenge that man. Zed Williams makes it a 9-7 game. Let's see this one again here. Williams just brings himself to a stop, just reaches back and uncorks one that finds its way past Gage Stevens for the 9th Allegany goal of the game. And it is the first of the night for Zed Williams. The Rochester Nighthawk was actually a coach here for Allegany last year, so you knew he wanted to come back and play with the Arrows once the injury was healed and he was good to go again. That's exactly what he did. And I think everybody down in Allegany, oh so glad to have Zedzilla on the floor now instead of just behind the bench. He is an incredible player here. You see it, he's playing both ends, doing it all. As the shot from Gaston is kept out by Chase Martin. We got a plethora of those guys on both of these teams. That's why they're in the spots they're in. Nice save here from Stevens. Good look there for Lane Smith targeting that bottom left corner. But Gage Stevens makes a better save to keep it out. Williams to Lane Smith on the doorstep. Stopped by Gage Stevens. Ball brought up the far side here by Travis Fry. He escapes. Fry's shot just misses. Oh, man, that's not the guy you want to leave open here tonight for Tonawanda. Travis Fry has been red hot for the Braves. A hat trick so far. Came within just a few inches of his fourth. Pass in the direction of Taylor. It doesn't make it to him. Deflected away by Hill. Owen Hill bringing the ball up the far side. He'll put it into the middle for Eldon Ground. Ground shifts into some open space near the close side boards. His pass deflected away by Viavata. Picked up by Lions. Matched up here with two defenders quickly. Williams and Kane trying to take it away. It's picked up by Viavata. Could be a chance. Viavata on a break off the post. Cam Viavata came oh so close to getting his second of the game, but it's just kept out. Dawson with a chance. Stopped by Martin. Jimerson trying to break it up the floor along the near side. He can't get it. Dawson trying to tie him up, but instead it'll be an 8-second call that gives possession to the Braves. Dawson not on the same page with Gaston here as his pass scooped up by Becker. Becker rips it, stopped by Gage Stevens. Right arm save there for Gage as Tonawanda will quickly bring it back up the floor. Waylon Abrams leaves it with Owen Hill. Patterson to Waylon Abrams. In the middle, Gates on the doorstep. Can't get it on target. Loose ball in the corner, picked up here by the Arrows. It's the latest goal scorer in this game, Zed Williams. Christian Watts. Joe Reziteritz. Trying to find something to work with here, and he'll go to Lane Smith. Lane says, I'll send it right back to you, buddy. Let's go to work. Reziteritz in the middle, can't hit Whitlow. Bumping and banging going on. Reziteritz opens himself up, but the pass a bit behind him. Whitlow fakes the dump and instead ends up getting hit hard. Fane's nearly wound up with a souvenir here, but that stick just about stays in play. As possession will go to Tonawanda. Dylan Lyons trying to use his size against Cam Viavata. To the near side, Gaston just missing. Williams does a good job to make sure he was in the crease before picking up that ball to avoid a potential back-in call. Kane, bouncing shot, skips in and scores. Liam Kane squeaks that one home, and Allegany has a 3-goal lead. The Squeakers are getting through tonight for the Arrows. Not the first one, as Liam Kane bounces it through the 5-hole of Gage Stevens on the 42nd Allegany shot of the night. Tonawanda with 51 to this point, as Liam Kane gets that one home to extend the Allegany advantage, as it seemed like Tonawanda had the momentum right near the end of that second period, but the late goal from Lane Smith, I think, really helped to swing things, as since that goal, it has been all Arrows. It's a 3-0 run for Allegany. Williams to the middle. Here's Xavier Taylor with a twisting effort that is just kept out. Ball to the far side. Bringing it up is Jason Chido. Chido gets a screen from Homer. Toe drags, gets to the front, and is stopped by Martin. Chase Martin not afraid to initiate some contact there either. When players get into his office, he wants to let them know this is his crease. Message received, as here is Taylor Jensen. Gets hit hard from behind by Maybe, but able to stay on his feet with the ball. His pass in front misses Gaston, winds up in the stick of Martin instead. Bringing it up is Williams. Sherman Williams. He leaves it with Christian Watts. Next goal in this one is going to be huge. Either a 4-goal lead for Allegany, or their lead gets cut to 2. We'll see if the Arrows can make it a 4-goal game right here. Here is number 4, Joe Reziteritz, into the middle for Whitlow. He was tied up well there by Donofsky's as the shot clock expires. Avery Steinbeck Parker gives it up for Waylon Abrams, as there's a penalty coming up behind the play. It'll go against Allegany. Not going to have a look at it, but it is going to be a power play coming up for the Braves. Unless they score right here, 5-on-6. Yes, they do. Gates Abrams with a blast as he makes it an 8-10 game. Right on cue, Gates Abrams scores 6-on-5 to make it a 2-goal game. Just got done saying that the next goal in this one is going to be a big one. And it is Gates Abrams who gets that goal for Tonawanda to make it a 2-goal game. That is a critical goal here for the Tonawanda captain, Gates Abrams, who has his 2nd goal of the game. Counting the regular season, bumps him up to 36 on the year. Ball thrown into the middle, trying to hit Gaston, who ends up losing his feet into the crease. Nearly had a big collision with Chase Martin. Fortunately, everybody okay. No real hard contact, as possession, it looks like, will stay with Tonawanda. 12:52 left to go in the 3rd period of play. Dylan Lyons starts with the ball here for the Braves. Into the middle. Here's Hill with a chance. Kept out by Martin. Great little pick and pop there for Lyons and Hill. But Chase Martin once again with a big save here for the Arrows. He has made them all game long. Big reason why the Allegany Arrows hold the lead. Rezateritz knocked to the turf. He gets back up. Knocked down again. Loose ball battle. D'Amico ties up his man. Rezateritz not eager to give up on the play, though. Gets it back. Lets a long shot go. That is stopped easily by Gage Stevens. I love that work ethic there from Joe Rezateritz. He's seen it a few times in this game that if you play to the whistle, it'll benefit you. Just ask his teammate Lane Smith. Here's Zed Williams in transition. Behind the back shot off the foot of Stevens. Back and forth we go. It's a track meet tonight, folks. Waylon Abrams bouncing shot. Stopped by Martin. Right back the other way. Here's Kyle Gonzarek. He will slow things down and whip it over here to Jeff Geddes. Geddes might speed it up, though. Thought about it, but will instead peel back and look for a change. Whitlow to Taylor. Taylor, face dodge, drives his way in, lets a low shot go that is stopped by Stevens. He draws a penalty, though. Looks like it'll be a high stick call. That'll go against Tonawanda, and I could see the face mask of Xavier Taylor about halfway up his head as he let the shot go. So definitely some contact to the head face area for Taylor. He draws the penalty. Arrows head to the power play. Maybe not here. 6-on-5 opportunity. Whitlow can't get it home. Fresh 30, though, for Allegany. Under 11 to go. Here is Zed Williams directing some traffic before going to Whitlow. He'll get it right back. Ball thrown out of play as I think Anderson blew a shooter. He'll hear about that one on the way back to the bench as he kind of laughs it off as we assess the penalty. We'll see if this is the look of the penalty. Right there, you could see it. The helmet wiggle a bit there on the head of Taylor. An easy call for the official. Penalty goes against Paul Dawson. Melanie's wondering, is Dawson playing going too? Because he's standing in the way. Well, he was drafted into the NLL as a goalie, so he knows how. Former first-round pick. 7th overall back in 06. This is a guy who's looking like a high draft pick here tonight. Wes Whitlow rips it home to restore the 3-goal lead for the Arrows. Great high potential player in my opinion, Wes Whitlow. Every time I watch him play, he impresses me as he scores on the 47th shot of the game for Allegany. Each one oh so important here for both of these teams as Wes Whitlow gets his 2nd goal of the game. And during the postseason, that is also goal number 2 for him. First playoff game of the year for Whitlow. Zed Williams fighting through some contact, able to compose himself and make a perfect pass right to Corey Becker. Becker sends it to Lane Smith. Pass a bit behind him. Lane not able to come up with it. Instead, it's Danofsky's. Danofsky's absorbs a few checks, loses it for a moment, and it'll end up back in the Tonawanda side of things. Ball bouncing around all over the floor right now. It's tied up along the near boards, just in front of the Tonawanda restraining line before Jason Chido picks it up and gets the play going once again for the Braves. Got to go quickly here. This is their shot clock. It's at 3. Hill creates some space, lets the shot go, but misses wide. And that will bring us to a goalie water break. They're not the only ones that need some water. Yours truly needs to get a drink too. This has been a fast-paced, intense game. I'm going to pause here for just a moment. Trying to stay hydrated here at Logan Field as It has been a good one between Tonawanda and Allegany. 11-8. Score slightly in favor of the Arrows as we're well over 300 now. We're pushing 374 in watching this one right now. Thank everybody so very much for tuning in. This has been such a good one as I'll look back to the chat once again. Please tell me Aaron is on the roster. I didn't see his name if he's is on the roster not playing tonight. Sorry, Shane, I don't have a better answer for you, but Galen Sundown clapping in the chat. Way to go, Lane in there. Big Lane. Arrows. Lots of hearts as well. Oh, yeah, Dawson. Where's KBP? He was a scratch tonight. That's why you don't let Taylor shoot. Exactly. Yeah, KBP saw him here. He's here supporting the boys, but just was a healthy scratch tonight as Reza Terrence rips that one home. And another for Buffalo Joe as Joe Reza Terrence has his hat trick goal. And that's a critical one here for the Arrows. The lead is back up to 4 as they have all the momentum here in this third period of play. You get to see that one squeak through the 5-hole as Joe Reza Terrence gets the 12th Allegany goal of the game, his third of the night. The former first-round pick back in 2012 by the Calgary Roughnecks, picked 6th overall in that draft. Has had a number of 100-point seasons. Had a bit of a down year last year between Philly and Buffalo, but he has been exactly as advertised for the Allegany Arrows, contributing all season long when he has played and coming up in the postseason. Here's a chance, maybe makes it a 5-goal lead for the Arrows. It's all Allegany right now. The Arrows lead at 13-8. There's no doubt about this one. Austin maybe on the great passing there between him and Gareth Haig. Gets the goal. Let's see it again here. Beats Stevens on the short side there to extend the lead. A good goal for Austin maybe. He had 17 in the regular season. This is his first tonight and what is now his 5th of the playoffs. And this is not at all how everybody here in Tonawanda thought this game was going to go, especially after that second period. This is right now leaving a lot of folks here with a lot more questions than answers, as Allegany has been that big hurdle that Tonawanda has just not been able to leap over in these last few seasons. A lot of people thinking this year is going to be the year things change, but right now, the current back-to-back Can-Am champions are showing why they are the league champs. Christian Watts handling the checks from Chido well, as he'll pass it away to Haig. Hard pick from maybe will give the ball back to Tonawanda. As I mentioned earlier in this game, this is a big one for the Braves, as the Allegany Community Center has just been the house of horrors for them, losing their last 10 straight against Allegany in the ACC. Haven't won there since 2023, and if things continue tonight, the Braves are going to have to get a win there if they want to move on to the Can-Am Championship Series for their 3rd consecutive season. Right now, though, all that matters is this game, as Xavier Taylor had a great look right in front of goal, but was not able to get that one past Gage Stevens. Just over 7 minutes left to go. Plenty of time for a comeback for Tonawanda, but it starts here with good possessions. Nothing doing there as Waylon Abrams denied here once again by Chase Martin. And whistles here as some commotion going on beneath us, as it always seems to. as an Arrows player ended up in the Tonawanda bench. Looked like it was Austin maybe. He says he's good to the bench. Maybe always mixing it up. Always kind of seems to be involved. Took a beating in the second playoff game against Oil Spring. And he's having a chat with Waylon Abrams as they both head to the sin bin. It's a holding call that goes against Maybe and a roughing call against Waylon Abrams. Grandmaster Franklin, I appreciate it. Communicate on defense, Arrows on the picks. It's a good point as well coming from Joe in the chat. Defense has been holding strong so far for Allegany. They've kept Tonawanda to just 8, and it's the Braves that typically like to play the low-scoring games. Allegany wants to play high-scoring as Dawson with a good effort. Stopped here by Martin. Could still be a chance, though. Owen Hill trying to work in front. Not opposed to the Braves taking some shots here, just knowing the nature of the game, down by 5 with just over 6 to go. Gaston trying to break free. Gaston with a shot that is kept out by Martin. Another great stop here from Chase Martin. So positionally sound, but has great reaction times as well as a timeout called by Allegany. And we're going to take some time here to thank our good friends over at the Basin Bud Depot. We thank them so very much for their support. They are helping to make this stream possible. So if you're in and around the Akron, Tonawanda, Basin, New York area, go check out the Basin Bud Depot. Great selection, great prices, great people over there as well. Be sure to check them out over on Bloomingdale Road right here by the Tonawanda Nation. As we'll look back at the chat. I got an early look a few moments ago, so nothing new in there. Appreciate the lively chat we've had going on. What a game we have had here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We have all been treated to a good one that sees Allegany lead Tonawanda by 5 with just under 6 minutes left to go. Wes Whitlow trying to work free as Zed Williams takes the ball into the corner. He'll pass it up for Lane Smith. Ball pops out of his stick, but it'll go right back where it came from. Return to sender. Here is Zed. Low rip, misses wide, and will bounce out of play. The Allegany bench saying it hit the glove of Gage Stevens. The officials disagree, and they'll give the ball to Tonawanda. Here is Hill. Matched up on Villavada, able to get a step. Hill lets the shot go right into the gut of Martin. Second attempt stopped as well. Either hit Martin or off of Gonseric, who went to block it. Either way, it stays out. Hill trying to flip it in the direction of Lyons instead of going with the right hand. That doesn't work out. It's taken away by Becker. Becker has a lane. Becker, he's going to take it towards the cage, but with Taylor Jensen tightly defending him, it's better to send it over to Xavier Taylor. Watts with a long distance rip. It's stopped. Rebound right to Taylor. He's tied up by Waylon Abrams right out of the box. Taylor should be in no hurry as the Arrows are most certainly going to take their time here. No reason to rush. Haig has some room. Bounce shot there, kept out by Gage Stevens. D'Amico running it up the floor, trying to hit Patterson, but the pass a bit behind him. Jimerson gonna give it up for Ben Austin. Austin will calmly make it over halfway and flip it to Darius Anderson. Whitlow on the far boards. Reziteritz gives it up for Wes Whitlow. Whitlow matched up with Finger. Gets a switch to Homer. Whitlow gonna let a late shot go that catches a piece of Stevens. That's a great job by Wes Whitlow to use that entire 30 and still get a shot away. Didn't fall for him, but that's still some good hard work. Starting to get late here for Tonawanda. Down by 5 with 3:30 left to go. They're going to have to start getting them pretty quickly here if they want to make the late comeback, as I don't think that might happen here, as Waylon Abrams was interacting a bit with Kyle Gonseric. It's going to be a slash that goes against Gonseric. We didn't catch that one, so didn't clip it, unfortunately, as it was a bit behind the play, but there's a lot of extracurricular stuff going on now, and can't be too surprised. It is a playoff series between two bitter rivals. No love lost between these two teams whatsoever. They split the meetings in the regular season. Tonawanda winning 2 here at Logan Field, but the Arrows winning both at the ACC. Allegany almost just about 3 minutes away from getting their first win here at Logan Field this year. Patterson to the far side. Overhand rip from Abrams is stopped by Martin. Tonawanda ended the regular season red hot, 5 straight wins, and having won 9 of their last 10. Allegany sputtered a bit near the end of the regular season, just going 4-4 in the month of June. Getting another loss in July, so just 4-5 in their last 9 games, but it looks like the playoff Arrows have shown up here tonight, as Lane Smith said earlier, trying to play playoff Arrow ball, and that is exactly what they have been doing. An illegal substitution call here will give Tonawanda a late 5-on-3. Never say never, as this is a good chance for the Braves if they can get a pair of quick ones, but just about every shot going to have to fall here at this point. Gaston to the near side, they score! Gates Abrams taps it home. Tonawanda gets one here. They still trail by 4. And the Braves, like I was saying, it's not over yet, but you pretty much got to score on every possession at this point, as the shot's now 66-53 in favor of Tonawanda. Gates Abrams gets his hat trick goal to get the 9th goal of the evening for Tonawanda, but they still are in a 4-goal hole, and they need one immediately here before it goes back to even strength. Ball pops out of the stick of Gates Abrams. Becker fighting for it. Who's going to wind up with it? It's Corey Becker. He's got Taylor in front of him, and he'll find him. Breakaway chance for Taylor. His shot into the back of the net. Xavier Taylor gives the people what they want as he rips that one home, and Allegany has the dagger. An immediate response to Gates Abrams' late goal. It is a 5-hole rip for Xavier Taylor, as he gets his first goal of the night, the 14th of the game for Allegany, as they now hold a 5-goal advantage with just over 2 minutes left here in the third. Taking a look at the chat. Are you taking a hotspot with you Sunday? My colleague Greg will be down there. I was told he had some gear that could hopefully make it work Sunday. We want to get that game streamed if at all possible, but we will be there. We will be at every game in this series. As far as it goes, we'll be there. I personally will not be at the ACC for Game 2. I will be here doing the Tonawanda Junior Braves Game 2 of their series. They play Game 1 tomorrow night up at Onondaga. I'll be here for Game 2 of their series, and Essex Raven, what a unique lax feel. Reminds me of a Northern Ontario rink. Very cool. As yeah, it is most certainly a unique venue that is one of a kind in the Can-Am, and really in many box lacrosse circles as Logan Field is, but I encourage everybody to check out the ACC as well. Just redid the floor. Absolutely gorgeous venue. I've brought some friends of mine down there that had never been, and they're like, oh my God, this place is brand new. And I'm like, I've been here for even a few years coming to games. So yeah, it's a gorgeous facility down there. A great one for that community. So happy they have that, as Tonawanda has their cool, unique venue here at Logan Field as the time starts to tick down on the Braves. Shot from Patterson misses high over the net. Ball will be scooped up by Kane. Kane not going to push the pace with just over 60 seconds left, 66 to be exact, left in this one. Christian Watts, under no sort of pressure, will give the ball a few flips and go to Zed Williams. Good game tonight for Zed, contributing on both ends of the floor, got himself a goal. Joe Reziteritz bringing the star power for Allegany with his hat trick, but the depth showing up to play. Some transition goals for the Arrows as well. Some strong defense, but the real game changer, in my opinion, was Chase Martin. What a check there from Sherman Williams to knock that ball free. It's a deserving roar from the Allegany fans in attendance as the paint man picks up himself a caused turnover. Chido, shot, stopped by Martin. Stop me if you've heard those words before tonight. This one is over. Allegany takes game number 1 from Tonawanda by a 14-9 final score. A big-time win for the Allegany Arrows over the Tonawanda Braves as they take game 1 over Tonawanda here in this best-of-5 series. Doesn't look like we're going to get handshakes tonight. They will shake at the end of the series. The shots finish 67-54 in favor of Tonawanda, but it was the scoreboard in favor of Allegany. So 67 shots. I'm not a math guy, but that means 58 saves for Chase Martin. What a job done by him. And then 40 stops for Gage Stevens as we will get ready to wrap things up. But before we do, gonna go back in time just a little bit here and show everybody some Can-Am Championship history. Now, we don't have logos for all these teams as we had to go back, way back into the time capsule, back into the 90s. I know, it's such a long time ago. But there you can see how the early days of the Can-Am went as far as the champions. Newtown dominated, as you can see there. They got 10 of their 11 Can-Am titles in that time span from 1990 to 2005, including 7 in a row. But you see that logo in the bottom right, that Onondaga Redhawks logo? You're going to be seeing a lot more of it here. The Redhawks got their first title in 05, and they just didn't stop winning. 1 in 06, and then had 5 in 6 years there from 2010 to 15, including a 4-peat. Newtown got their latest championship back in 2011. You can see Native Sons with a pair of championships in the Can-Am in 16 and 17. Onondaga with their latest title in 2018. Then Akwesasne back when they were in the league won in 2019. Finished second at the Prezi that year. And of course, no season held 2020 or 2021. And there you see present day. The last few years here in the Can-Am, the Bucks, before their departure for the Three Nations League, won in 2022, taking home silver at the Prezi as well. Tuscarora, when they were in the league, I should say, won in 2023 as a low seed, a 5 seed that year, winning the title. And then Allegany, the current back-to-back champions, having won each of the last 2 years, took bronze at the 2024 President's Cup. They're trying to make it 3 in a row. Tonawanda wants to get there first, but of course, there's 2 teams on the other side of the bracket still left to battle here, as it is Allegany that takes game 1. They are 1 step closer to going back for a 4th straight Can-Am finals. Gonna look at the chat here quickly before we step aside. They've been practicing all week. Got to come out to Oneids, if that, I think that meaning Oneida. If we're talking about the Mary Winder Center, I have been out there for the Worlds back when they were there. Got to take in all the action there. And what a gorgeous facility. That is one of the best I have been to just across the country. That is just top-notch facility there over at the Mary C. Winder Center. And if that's what you're referring to, I'd love to go back out there again because, like I said, top-notch, just gorgeous facility. See Martin in the chat, Arrows, good game Arrows. Yeah, Arrows played a great game. As we're going to try and get some post-game interviews for you, so don't go anywhere yet. We still got more coming up here on Blue Squanch Productions. Trevor Butts on the floor with Zed Williams from the victorious Allegany Arrows. And Zed, I mean, what a game for you guys. Buckling down, getting the victory despite, a tough second period. Tell me just about how you guys responded there in the third.
Yeah, we just compete. I mean, it's lacrosse. It's never going to, they're not going to quit.
Watching you play here with Allegany, we see you playing both ends of the floor, really affecting the game, doing a great job on both ends of the floor. Can you just tell me, about your role here with the Arrows and what's been asked of you under Coach Chrysler and Coach Kersey?
Yeah, no, Roger and Mike are doing an awesome job. They're one of the best coaches in the world, and they're just steering us in the right direction. And I'm just a lacrosse player. I've always been a lacrosse player. I'm really happy to play for Allegany. I played minors here, so to play with my brother and play with this group of guys. Some of them I played with as a kid, so it's just so fun.
I'm glad you mentioned that, getting to play with your brother Sherman. Tell me, what's it like playing defense right next to him, back there on like a unit together? How? Just describe that feeling for me.
Sherm's always been a stud. He's always been overlooked, but I just know he's he's one of the best warriors I've ever played with and always been around. So win or lose, sign me up to play with him any day.
You guys were victorious here in game number 1. This is a crucial one for both teams. Tell me, what do you guys have to do to continue your success in game 2 Sunday?
It's a long season, they're going to make adjustments. We have to make adjustments. It's a counter game. That's what's so awesome about playoff lacrosse and watching a series like this.
This was an awesome game, and it's sure to be an awesome series. Zed, thank you so very much for your time. Appreciate it. Now we're going to bring in the assistant coach here for the Allegany Arrows, Micah Kersey, and I also must add a new NLL Hall of Fame member. Congratulations, Mike. Very well deserving. I'll start with that. Just tell me, what was it like, getting that hall call?
Yeah, it was a surreal experience. I mean, you put a lot of time and effort into it, and to be recognized by my peers is something pretty special.
Absolutely deserved it, and you coached a great game here tonight. I mentioned it to Zed. I like how you guys battled back after a tough second period. Can you just tell me what was said in that locker room after Tonawanda battled back the way they did?
I think we just have to get back to basics, right? We were doing a really good job of preventing their transition. We were playing smart, not taking penalties. Second period, they got training goals and power play goals, and we need to stay out of the box and stay focused. So, just get back to what was working for us, and we did that, and success came.
Can you just tell me a bit about what it's like for you as a coach having a guy like Chase Martin in between the pipes? I mean, I thought he really stole the show tonight. Just describe what it's like having a goalie like him as a coach.
Yeah, I mean, when the defense breaks down, you're relying on your goaltending, and defense broke down a few times, and Chase played unreal, and probably one of the best games I've seen him play this year. So it's great in big games. You want guys to step up, and Chase definitely stepped up, and I thought he was outstanding.
What's the instruction going to be going into game number 2 on Sunday?
I think just learn from some of the mistakes that we made here tonight. Slow to the bench. They push transition. They do a good job of trying to trap our D guys coming up and turning the ball over. So, we just got to be a little bit smarter, a little better between the lines and getting on and off the floor and using our offensive possessions, right? Not wasting it and staying out of the box.
Mike, thank you so very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Take care.
Allegany is victorious here this evening over Tonawanda. They take game number 1 from the Braves. Game number 2 coming up Sunday. So we still got a lot of series left. A big one on Sunday. Be sure to tune in. We are going to wrap things up here for now. For our off-site producers, Greg and Charity Beecher, for my cameraman, Jason Pregel, and our helper, Tom Furnace, I have been Trevor Butts saying so long and thank you for watching Blue Squatch Productions.